What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about 7 best tips for CPA marketing in 2020. Now, I could talk about a lot of things, but I only chose the major tips that you need in order to actually move the needle and actually make a difference. So all of these tips are going to be of value to you, and some tips are going to be of different value than others, but if you put them all together, even if you implement some of them, you're going to see a noticeable improvement. All right, so let's go ahead and then get started. So the first tip is that focus on the niches that you're already familiar with, or at least, work on niches and get better in some niches and then stay with those niches. And so here we are in my Max Bounty account, and if I do search options and I actually see the options, I have my details, I have all countries, all categories, subcategories. And so when I go into categories, I want to work in certain niches, okay? Because no matter how good or bad the actual offer is, some offers I just know how to promote better. I have more experience with those offers. I know the angle that I can actually create an ad and the kind of audience I want to target, especially when it comes to Facebook targeting or keyword targeting on Google ads or Bing ads. Some offers I have more experience with, and I typically stay with those offers. So for instance, I really like BizOp, I like dating, I like e-commerce, I like health, here and there. I like travel. I also like sweepstakes. Okay, so I don't know anything about gaming. Financial, I'm a little bit weak. Education, not so strong there. Automotive, not the best. Of course, I can get better in those other niches, but it gives me an advantage. It gives me a head start when I already have some experience with particular niches and I understand how to create a successful campaign. And that's even better if I already have an audience where I can actually market to. So for instance, if I have a mailing list that is interested in dating offers or in relationship type offers, I can already easily pick an offer and market to them. So it really helps to kind of become kind of a specialist instead of a jack of all trade, master of none. So it's really useful to be an expert in some niches. And even if that niche is sweepstakes, if you're an expert in sweepstakes, that's also a niche. That means you can market sweepstakes to people better than some of the other people that don't have that level of experience. So definitely stick to that. Okay, number 2, email your account manager for the best offers. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while now, I've talked about this before, but this is very, very important. Your AM knows what's going on. They have the pulse. They have the ear to the ground, so you can say that, and they understand exactly which offers are converting and which offers aren't. So if you give them a niche, they will get back to you and say, here are the 3 main offers that are converting. And so their job is to work with you. They're not going to send you offers that are not converting, okay? Because they want you to make more money. If you make more money, you make them look good. So they can go out and give you more bonuses and things like that. Now, I've talked about this before, and some people came back to me and said, well, I emailed my AM and they're not responding to me. So in that case, you have to do a little bit of work. You have to figure out, okay, is there another AM I can email? Is there kind of the main person, the head of kind of affiliate marketing I can get in touch with? If you watch some of the YouTube videos and they do a lot of screencasts, for instance, like this video, sometimes you can see the number, the phone number, the contact of a specific AM on the network. So if you are on the same network, you can contact that AM. But typically, you really want to make this a priority. And I'm going to give you an example. When I started out with Max Bounty, I was promoting a specific offer. Now, I was sending traffic. I spent some money on Facebook ads, but it was just not converting. It had a decent EPC of like 30 cents, I believe, or 35 cents. So a pretty good EPC. But unfortunately, regardless of how much traffic I sent, and I sent for like maybe 3 days, 4 days, I sent a lot of traffic, nothing converted. So I emailed my AM and she said, hey, I don't know about that offer, but here's 3 offers that are converting well right now. And these were sweepstakes offers. And I immediately switched to a very similar offer in the sweepstake, and my results were night and day. They were immediately converting, and I was seeing the results that was, very, very decent, very, very nice results. So you should always make it a priority anytime you are, you go on a new network or if you haven't been promoting niches for a while and offers, you should go out and get in touch with your AM and figure out what offers they can suggest, because they have the back end, they have that information, they know what's going on. All right, number 3, okay, you have to check the actual offer and see if it's really what they say it is. So for instance, I'm here in my max bounty, and let's say I want to promote something small like a 240 meet locals SOI, for instance. And so I open this offer and I take a closer look, and I immediately see an SOI of $2.25 per lead. Now this says SOI, offer converts on a completed sign up. And I need to kind of go through the flow, because unfortunately there are some offers that they tell you it's an SOI, but if you actually try that offer, you will see that they need to fill out like pages and pages of information. And so if they only give you $2.25 and you actually try to fill out that offer, and then you need to fill out like 5 pages of data, I would probably not be promoting that offer. But if it's something like $2.25 and it's actually like some quick form and that's it, then yeah, you can promote that. So you cannot take an offer for what it's you cannot take it for what it says. You have to actually go out and try it out. And so I've had different mixed success. Some offers I've tried, they were legit. So they said something like SOI, and in fact they were SOI. They needed a very minimal amount of information. Other offers weren't so honest, and unfortunately I had to go out and actually fill out endless amount of information. There were endless amount of redirects. And so of course you can go out and promote that kind of offer, but you have to understand that your conversion rate is going to be lower, if the user needs to fill out 5 pages of information versus if it's only 1 page, very limited. And so it's also amount of, the bounty that you're getting. If you're only getting $2.25, it's a little bit too much that they need to fill out 5 pages of information. That's not right in my book. But if they need to fill out like a small, maybe half a page for $2.25, okay, I can go out and promote that. So definitely check it out, right? You want to check out, especially I wanted to say especially if it's a lower bounty, but really this is applicable for all kinds of bounties. So even if they are offering $2, the corresponding amount of information needs to be relative to the actual bounty. If it's $2 bounty, then it should be very minimal, maybe half a page. If it's $5, maybe it should be a little bit more. If it's $10, then you're looking at something like a credit card submit for like a trial or something like that, or maybe even a purchase. So you kind of have to go out and actually try this offer. Now, a lot of times, unfortunately, you have to be in the country where they're at. So let's say we're talking about this offer, and if you're not in Australia, Canada, the UK, or the United States, you probably won't be able to actually go to this live landing page and see if it's really this form, and then there's another form. So in that case, you need to get a VPN and actually try it from that location. But that is very important, and I actually filtered out a lot of offers that are just making the user send the user on a endless hoops that they need to fill out, endless pages that they need to kind of run through. And honestly, if it's not a big payout, then it's probably not worth it. All right, number 4, okay, when you are buying traffic and promoting these offers on Facebook, on Google, on Bing, you want to be looking at spending 3 times the CPA to see any results. So what I mean by that is, let's say the offer is actually $5 per lead, to keep it simple. $5 per lead. You can spend maximum of $15, and that's the absolute maximum. Typically, you want to keep it between 2 times CPA and 3 times CPA. So spend $10. Still, if you don't get any sales, spend a little bit more. So between $10 and $15, you should be able to get at least 1 conversion. If you spend $15 on a $5 CPA offer and you haven't even got a conversion, I would just move on. If you emailed the AM and they told you it's a legit offer, you did all those steps and you got your targeting right, and you still are not, you spend like two times CPA or 3 times CPA. And so let's say the offer is $3 and you spent $9. you should be able, you should get at least one conversion by then. If you haven't, I would just move on. I would not be spending, 5 times CPA or something like that, because I come from a marketing background where I was promoting, I did drop shipping for a while. And in drop shipping, this is like the number one rule. You want to be spending 2 times to 3 times CPA. If you spend anything more than that, then it's too much. Sometimes it's even 1x CPA. But because we're doing CPA marketing, these numbers are very small. We're not selling a $50 product. And so, I feel comfortable recommending to you something like 2 to 3 times CPA. So like I said, if you have, let's say, a $3 offer, the maximum you should spend is $9. If you have a $4 offer, we're looking at something like $10 to $12. And that's probably too much. Okay, I would probably spend something like maybe 2 times CPA, so something like $8. And if I don't see anything, I'm just gonna move on. And so you don't want to be wasting money, right? Because I get emails from people and they spent like $20 on a $5 CPA offer. That's too much. That's wasted money. You should have moved on when you've spent half of that. All right, so that is very important. Next, you have to be careful with direct linking. I want to say in the majority of cases, you never want a direct link. So if you are doing CPA, like pure CPA marketing, and you're buying traffic somewhere, you're buying traffic on Facebook, you're buying traffic on Google, you're buying traffic on Bing or maybe Quora, you should not be direct linking. There's only like very small amount of situations that you could possibly direct link, and I'm going to get to that. But typically you want to have a landing page, you want to warm up the user, and I can tell you in the 99% of cases, when you do have a landing page, you're going to have a much better conversion when you're direct link. Everybody goes out and direct link. They go out to ClickBank, they go out to Max Bounty, they get that link, and they start spamming every forums or YouTube channels. I get YouTube comments all the time, hey, check out this. And you could tell that this is an affiliate link because you look at Max Bounty link, right? Let's say we want to build a link for something like this, and I go to display, I go to raw link, and look at this URL here, right? Now, do you think that looks spammy when you actually go out and paste this link all over the internet? Of course it looks spammy. It looks very, very spammy. And even if you shorten it with something like Bitly or something else, it still looks spammy because everybody's using Bitly. And so what I would recommend is, if you want to use this link and you actually want to create a landing page, or maybe you are linking to a very legit landing page, and let me show you an example of a good landing page. So something like this, Envato, this is one of the offers on Max Bounty that has a really good landing page, and here's what the landing page looks like, just so that you understand. And I can actually go ahead and load this page so you see what exactly this looks like. So if you have an offer with a landing page like this, a professionally done landing page, yeah, then by all means you're probably okay, because you're delivering a good user experience. And now if you compare something like this with your typical sweepstakes landing page, you guys know what I'm talking about. And so you'd never want to, if you're doing Facebook ads or you're buying traffic anywhere and you're promoting sweepstakes, you're promoting anything where the payout is like less than $10. You never want a direct link, because if the payout is small, the page is not going to be of high quality, because they're paying you just for the action. They're not paying you to sell something. So they don't really need to create a high quality landing page, because they just need the user to enter their email, and that's fine for them, but that's not cool for Facebook and all these platforms that actually are selling you their users. That's not cool with them. And so you have to be careful if you're selling. So for this particular offer, we are actually, this is a very nice offer, and it's actually a membership. You're selling access to a membership site. And so in this case, yeah, the payout is big, and this is a legit offer. Everybody knows about Envato. If you're doing any kind of WordPress or internet developing, web development, things like that, you know about the system. So this is this is a good brand. And so you probably don't need a landing page for this. But still, if you actually want to send people to this landing page, you're going to be basically sending them to a very kind of very suspicious looking link, right? Because all of these affiliate links, they're all the same, regardless of the quality of a landing page. So what I would recommend is creating something called a custom domain. So you can go to Namecheap, you can enter like a name that you want. So for instance, I entered best sweeps, which is basically a good custom domain for promoting sweepstake offers. And I have a lot of options here. Now, obviously, I cannot register .com, but I could register .life, .world, .biz. I can also do .vip, which is something that I've done for one of my own projects. I have a .vip domain that I used for my own thing. And that creates a lot more trustworthiness, right? You're much more credible if you have something like bestsweeps.vip or envato.vip or something like webdevelopment.vip or membership site that, something like that for that Envato offer, because nobody else has that kind of domain. It's a unique domain to you yourself. Whereas if you're just going out and copying and pasting a long affiliate link, and the landing page is legit, or if it's not legit, it's very suspicious. And it's not something you should be doing, and people are just not going to click on it, or you're just going to get banned on the platform. And so this costs nothing, right? You have a .club domain which costs $1.50 per year, right? So you should not have any excuse to do this. And then you can basically have something like bestsweeps.club / and then the name of the offer. There could be some an actual English name, and you can basically have different offers in that domain. So for instance, if you bought bestsweeps.club and you're promoting multiple sweepstake offer, you can have something like sweeps 1 or sweeps 2, and you can redirect them to a new offer. This only costs $1.50 per year, and it's like exponentially much more effective, and it's a lot more credible than simply going out and copying and pasting this long link with all of these query strings and arguments and all this stuff. Everybody knows this is an affiliate link. And so that's what I would do. But typically you want to create a landing page. Landing pages are very, very easy to create. Here's one of my landing pages for a product that I'm promoting. It took me all of 15 minutes to do, and it looks decent. It's not a bad landing page, and I'm even capturing emails, which is something I'm going to get to in a second. Next, you want to qualify the lead, okay? If you are making a crazy offer, you're basically saying, hey, win $1 million, just enter your email for a chance to win $1 million. The reward is up here, but the amount of information they need to include is down here. And so that basically sets off a BS detector in a lot of people. And what you need to do is you need to qualify the lead. And there's all kinds of ways of qualifying, but the main ones that you're probably aware of is something called using a quiz, which is something that I actually have right here. This is for an offer to win a Target gift card. You start here and you have a quiz, which is about 3 questions. Nothing more, nothing less. Very simple quiz. Another way to qualify is something that I call a wheel of fortune or a spinning wheel, whatever you want to call it. And you basically click try your luck, and it spins, and you can basically configure it of the chance to win. I basically have this set for a 70% winning chance. So, there's a good chance they're going to win. But depending on the plugin you have, you can configure it. And typically what you want is you want them to spin about 2 times or maybe 3 times maximum. So it doesn't seem like it's very easy to win, but yet it doesn't seem like they need to be spinning that thing all day to win. And so there's a lot of other ways of qualifying the lead. And you always want to qualify if you're doing sweepstakes, surveys, email submits, anytime that they have to enter very, very little information. So if they need to do very minimal work, you want to qualify them, because if they are they're entering for a chance to win, $10 million, and they have to do almost no work, then yeah, it's like, some people are going to go through with it, but a lot of people are just going to fall off because naturally they feel that this cannot happen. This is untrue, and their BS detector goes off. So that is something you have to keep in mind. And I'm actually going to make a video of lots of different ways you can qualify people, because there's lots of very interesting and creative ways of qualifying people and making them feel special, like this offer is just for them and it's not for the entire planet and the entire galaxy and for everybody. It's just for them, and that is really the key. And I'm going to have another video on this topic coming out soon. Next, you want to be capturing the emails, okay? Nobody wants to do this, but to me it's strange, right? You're buying traffic, you're creating ads, you're risking you getting your account banned if you're not doing anything right, and then you're basically going out and basically forwarding that traffic elsewhere. You know, collecting emails is very simple. It's not a hard process, okay? So I have a landing page here, and if they want to add to cart, guess what happens? They need to enter their name and email, and now I can market to them over and over again. They say, if you've been in marketing, online marketing long enough, there's a famous saying, and that saying goes, the money is in the list. And when I started out, I didn't believe in it. I thought this wasn't true. I didn't really understand it. But that's really what it's all about. And the reason that the money is in the list is because you're building an asset. You're building an asset. You're one step to the next level. So if pure affiliate marketing, where you just, arbitraging, right? You're buying traffic cheap and you're selling it a little bit more expensive, hopefully, as the case may be. You're basically a middleman, right? You're not building any assets, whereas the traffic source is building assets, and the advertiser, where you're redirecting the user, is building assets. So you're just a commodity, right? And you don't want to be a commodity, right? You want to actually be building your own kind of assets. So for me, it's kind of strange where I am doing all this work and I'm not even getting the most important thing. I'm not even, capturing this lead. And so it's so simple to do it. Here I have this quick pull down that took me like a couple of seconds to do it. Of course, I'm using a very powerful tool to do it, and this tool is absolutely worth it. Another option that you can have, and I can have something like this, where I'm basically, they fill out a quiz, and then at the end it basically has a page. Hey, you're one step away from registering for a chance to win this offer. Just tell us your name and email. And so if they don't get to win that offer, I can go and make money of them later on by promoting to them another CPA offer or another affiliate offer. And so for me, it's, it kind of makes me a little upset that people don't do that, because it's common sense, right? You're doing all this work, and it doesn't matter what niche you're in. You could be in the dating, make money online niche, finance, Bitcoin, emails, e-commerce, downloads, whatever it is. It's a niche. That means there's whole groups of audiences that would probably stay for life or stay for a long time receiving offers in that particular niche. So that is very, very important. You're if you think about it this way, you're really leaving a lot of money on the table, because the people that you're basically selling that email for, a $2 or $3 bounty, they're gonna spam a lot. They're gonna be sending a lot of offers to your lead, and so you want to do that first, right? You want to be able to do that as well, and so you want to get the bounty, but the bounty is a one-time thing, right? Being able to send multiple offers to that lead is it's kind of like having an asset, right? It's kind of having an oil well, right? You can buy oil, you can go to a gas station and actually fill up your car, but imagine you actually own the actual reservoir where that oil comes in, right? The actual natural resource. And that's what emails are, that's what leads are. It's like owning that actual asset. And so that is why it's so important. And that is the 7 tips I have for you today. I'm sure there's a lot of other tips that I may have missed, but these are the 7 ones that have made the biggest difference with my CPA marketing experience, with my affiliate marketing experience, and all kinds of marketing experiences. And I'm very certain it's going to make a big difference in your CPA marketing experience. So if you're not able to implement all of these tips, at least go ahead and implement some of them. Implement them gradually, right? Start collecting leads. Focus on a niche that you want to be good at, right? Don't jump from niche to niche, because if you get really good in a certain niche, it's gonna be you can pretty much set up ads blindfolded. And so that's the 7 main tips that I want to share with you today. They're gonna make a huge difference in your CPA marketing efforts in 2020 and beyond. And so definitely go ahead and try to implement at least some of them. All right, guys, so that is all I have for you for today. If you enjoyed this video, you've gotten some value from this video, definitely smash the like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And if you want to see other similar videos dropping in the future, which happen quite frequently, definitely subscribe and click the notification bell to get more videos on this kind of topics. We're talking about CPA marketing, affiliate marketing, organic traffic, paid traffic, all kinds of traffic, all kinds of offers, all kinds of ways of making money online, very unique ways that other people aren't really talking about. All right, guys, so thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.